guys. I was just jamming a little while ago. Some of you were here. Let's see, I got to read my piece of paper that my partners give me. Make sure I put the right stuff here. Where is it? There we go. I'm just going to hang out with you guys a little bit. Pretty impromptu here. I wanted to say now's a good time to share this or put people's names in the comment section. That way they can see it. And I'm going to kind of talk about the blues. I'm playing the telly today. I love the telly. You know, I'm not running direct. I'm using my mic here. And let me check that. I want to make sure that I am actually using the mic. And yeah, so it doesn't sound horrible. It's not like direct, but that's kind of a hassle to hook up sometimes. But here, I'll jam a little with this. Okay, so anyway, okay, I want to let you guys know to if you haven't, go to scottvanzenguitarschool.com and get your free training. It comes with jam tracks and a lot of other surprises. So it's free. Check it out. And there's some other surprises there I won't tell you. You'll find out when you get there. But it's right on the main page. It says get your free training here. And like all you guitar players that do that, if you know a guitar player, please let them know to do that. Go to Scott Van Zen Guitar School. and get the free training. So I want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing. This is a telly that I started building years ago. It's walnuts. I wouldn't play this live because I wouldn't be able to walk at the end of the night. So heavy, but it's just amazing sound. I got a Seymour Duncan hot stack in the back, and this thing in the front, I'm not quite sure what that is. It's like a, I don't know. I think it's a Duncan, but it's such a good tone. I'm just playing through my Kemper to a JCM 800, which I always do. The way that I set that is I set the gain, so it's like as I go through the 5 switches for live, it's like a gain switch going up, so it's pretty cool. Now, this is a pretty, I'm going to go through the chords here. It's a pretty standard thing, but there's one thing that pulls it out of the key. So you're playing in like a B pentatonic, B minor pentatonic, but it goes to a G, and then an F7, F sharp 7, and that right there you can get into, like, instead of a B minor, a B harmonic minor. So if you played all the way with a B minor scale, except for when you got to, you want to emphasize that G chord, and then a harmonic minor when it gets to the F sharp, B harmonic minor. Kind of a thing. So it's like if I'm in B minor here, this is B minor. So, and if you go to, by the way, if you go to Deej, D-E-E-J, S-G. Is that right? Deej, S-G. Let me check that real quick. I want to make sure. It's my buddy, but I'm having a D-E-E-J-S-G, like the guitar, .com. D-E-E-J-S-G.com. And it'll say it's the Massive Blind Jam Project. This is from today. It says May 5th right on that. And this is the jam. Now, if you go to past jams, Deej has done a lot of work on this. He's done a great job. We partnered on this over 2 years ago, maybe close to 3. Maybe he'll comment and let us know in there. There's a lot of great jam tracks here, and this is the one that we did today by Vito Astone, who we've used quite a his. It's a B minor jam, and I recommend it highly. It's very, very cool stuff. So it's B minor. I'm going to go through it here. So it's B minor. And then to E minor. E minor 7, you know. Back to B minor. Now here's the G. And then the F sharp 7. That takes you out of the chord, right? So I'm going to play a B minor through all of it until we get to that F sharp 7. I'm only using the notes in that one scale. Now here's where I go to the G. Now the harmonic minor. So you hear what that did melodically. It's like on the G, I emphasize a couple of places that I like doing that. So here's that scale, like, you know, that minor pentatonic scale. So when it gets to that G, I can. Now I like a harmonic, an arpeggio right here. And then sliding down to the F sharp. And I'm playing an arpeggio of an F sharp 7, dominant 7. And then back to the B minor. But all the other stuff, I was only using this scale. But when them other chords come around, you know, I've talked about that a little bit before. When you're playing I like to emphasize the chords. I don't really use modes as much. I don't approach it that way. I approach it per chord. So if I'm in B minor, I play in the scale, but if I go to an E minor 7th, then and what I'm doing there is like, here's an E minor chord, and I'm coming from the dominant 7th, or dominant 7th, which is a D note, and I'm just chromatically coming down. I'll show you this later. Just so that's from the dominant 7th down to the minor, or down to the 5th, and then minor 3rd, and then 5th. So, and then I might go from on the 7th fret now, I'll go down to the 3rd fret, same thing. So that's the 5th, flat 5, 4, slide down to the minor 3rd, and then so I go, and then back to the B. How that would sound, because you're focusing more on the chord. So I'm on the B, I'm going to mess around. You still got to bring the heat, you know. Now here's that E, so I go. Now back to the B. Now we're that G note. Now the harmonic minor. Now back to the regular old blues. Minor pentatonic scale. Cool, more jamming. All minor pentatonic. Blue note in there. Here's the E again. Back to the B. Here's one. Now to the G. Down to F sharp. You know, it just adds a little bit of flair to the blues kind of stuff. I recommend looking in take an area wherever you like, wherever you're comfortable playing. I think everybody's comfortable with this scale. Like if you're in G, you'll play here. That's just the scale that we all play. Look at the chord, look in that area what chords you're on, and focus on them as your landing notes. Like B. So we're here. So if I play the scale and then land on those notes, that's B, and then the E would be, so you can hear it, and then the F is F, or the G would be like a, so I landed on the G, and then the F sharp, landed on the F sharp. Look for your chords. And even simple, even on like 2 strings, you can get a cool thing out of this. Let's just stay on these middle 2 strings right here. If you focus enough, you can get a cool sound of that. Work on that vibrato. It's in my courses. Take the free training. Now I'm going to switch to a note in E. Back to the B. That's the only place I went out. So when I went to that G, I bent this whole step and a half, meaning there's a whole step, and I went to here. And then after I did the half step, so that's the F sharp, I played that half step. That's the major third of, which is a B flat note. That's the major third of the F sharp. You know, but you don't need a whole, you don't have to be like burning it up all over the fretboard. You can just be in one little area. And then whatever you come up with, you repeat it in other areas. Like if you got them here, you also have them here. All of those things repeat, you know, the block forms. Check my stuff out for that. I get into it deeper. I'm just kind of goofing off here today. Anyway, ScottVanZenGuitarSchool.com. Get the free training. I'm going to read some of these. Thank you, Mark. Nashville, cool. Danny. Drew. Cool. Tam, thanks. Happy birthday. Hope to see you tomorrow at the gig. And yeah, cool. Tamara put the Massive Blind Jam. If you go into the comments, you'll see under Tamara, she put the Massive Blind Jam link. Go look at that. A lot of great jam tracks, especially the jams gone by. You'll see a ton of them there. Thanks, Joe. Love that. I love the tone of this thing too. So it walnut, and then it was a Fender neck, and an old roommate, good friend of mine, Pat McGrath, who worked at Carruthers Guitars, and he built it for me and kind of got it almost done. And then I took it the rest of the way, and my friend Bob McCluskey set this up just recently. It's playing really good right now. It's a great studio guitar. It's not, I don't know if I'd love it live. It's just too heavy, but boy does it get for like Jeff Beck stuff, you know. Let's see what else we got going on here. Rick, thanks, Rick. Michael, appreciate it. Yeah, nobody ever asked me any questions. Hey, Keith. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, you know, post them up here, and I'll check them out. The other thing you can do, you know, for technique, I mean, for me, like playing is like, you know, you got to have your knowledge, but you got to have your cool technique too. So whatever you come up with, like lose the pick, just set it down, listen to the difference without a pick, and it just sounds, you know, it forces you to look at it different. So. Forces you to, it gives you a little bit different perspective. And then, you know, I use, of course, I should teach that in my stuff. I use the pick like this, and then I'll hide it. So you say it's here. If I want to play with without it, I put it right there. And just because I like that. I got into that like. get rid of it again. I got like if I'm doing Billy Gibbons kind of stuff. AC/DC. There it is. You're doing it, Billy Gibbons. So steady low note. And then move around the other notes. Yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's make sure nobody's. Yeah. It's not glass, Paul. He said he thinks I was using a glass pick. It's a plastic, but it's some really good high grade plastic. My friend at V-Picks, Vinny Smith at V-Picks, I've known him for years and years. He helped me come up with this pick. It's a combination of some of his others. But check out V-Picks, v-picks.com, and get the sampler and just look at some of the picks. But when I got this pick, this is actually a 4.0 thick. It's very thick. I would have never thought that I would get this. And I run this other thing, Monster Grips, which is another great friend that puts those out, and they are amazing. It's like this little things that keep your furniture from moving, but it keeps my pick from falling out of my hand. And man, I just love them. I dropped them a lot when I first started with them because they're so big, but now my hands do not hurt. I think it's because of the quality of the material that he uses, and they're just really great picks. And by the way, this actual pick is available on V-Picks. If you just go, if you search Scott Van Zen, you'll see the 4.0 and get you one. A lot of guys that I teach have gotten them. That's the other thing I want to say. You know, I give guitar lessons, Skype lessons, whatever. Message me if you're interested. It's a good way to dig in. I can, really get into details. I tape them. Zoom is what I use actually, and I tape them so you have the video to refer back to. And we, we add our videos and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool thing. Also have a pretty brand new, couple months old beginning course. So if you're brand new or you want to learn or you know somebody that wants to learn, that's on Scott Van Zen Guitar School as well. And I hope that you get that too. But please check out the free training and just do it. And there's a lot of great stuff. You got nothing to lose. There's some surprises in there, but I want to keep them as surprises, so I won't say anything more about them. Okay, let's see. I can't use picks on a guitar, but I only use picks on a bass. That's kind of backwards, but okay, cool. That works for you. Yeah, so Monster Grips, V-Picks, Seymour Duncan. We'll talk about more gear, but anyway, so I'm gonna go have some chicken meatloaf that I made in the air fryer. How about that? I'm obsessed with my air fryer. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging around. Yeah, I'll see you. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. I will see you next time. Remember, Scott Van Zen Guitar School for the free training, and message me if you want to talk about lessons, and we'll get you started. All right, have a great weekend. If you're in Vegas, come see us at Westgate tomorrow night. Bye-bye.